Mountain Dew. Blue Mountain Dew. Voltage. Should not be drinking that this late. Well, my heathens, I'm drawing Mr. Freeze again. Love this guy. This is depressed Mr. Freeze because I was kind of bummed out. It's based on a sketch I did on the bus on the way into work. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is work. Doesn't he look depressed? He's kind of like flopped back in his chair, holding his freeze gun. The blue dragon that lives here really likes how the, when I get to the color, how the blue and the red are opposites on the color wheel and how they look. Alright. I've done this for a while. This is one of my work rants. So let's get into it. So, I work at the big MF airplane factory, which we've all know if you watch any of my videos where I'm complaining about stuff. And, by the way, the stock is skyrocketing. So if you had some, man, you're cashing out. When I first started working at this airplane factory, it was $35 a share. Now it's like $3.50 a share, so woof. It's crazy. And that's probably to do with Trumponomics and the fact that we're selling a bazillion different airplanes. But you think a company that makes such a good product wouldn't be so wasteful. And they always talk about saving money. I mean, they lay people off at the drop of a hat that's going to save them 2 shillings. And man, oh man, they are in a hiring frenzy right now, which means they're probably going to be in a firing frenzy in 2 years. That's usually how that kind of stuff goes. Or not a firing, a layoff, work reduction is what they call it. But that's not the waste I'm talking about today. The waste I'm kind of talking about today is, that was my cat Flopsy, is what I do is I work in an area that tries to save money by making the processes more efficient. And the way we do that is by making delivery carts and stuff called point of use kitting, which, if you know anything about like the Toyota business model, they do a practice called lean manufacturing, and that's kind of what I'm involved in. So it's supposed to save time, reduce the amount of touches every product takes, so that reduces damages, and we reduce packaging that the parts come to on the floor, stuff like that. Really, really good stuff when you're trying to save money. But here is where you get something that's so big, and man, it's just, there's so much waste when it comes to some of this stuff. And we make our carts out of this black metal tube, or cream colored metal tube, whatever color it is, and screw them together with fittings. And the stuff gets expensive because we make a lot of them, hundreds a year. We've made thousands of them since I've been working with this group of guys. And you get some management that'll be like, hey, I want a cart that does X, Y, and Z. And the way we used to do this kind of job is we would go and meet with the people who are going to use the cart and the people who are going to use what's on the cart, and we would talk to them, and we'd figure out how to make it for them the best way possible so everyone was happy. And it looks like the new direction is they just have us build a cart, and we don't talk to the people who are going to use it, or who the final customer is, and then they wheel it out to the people who are going to use it, and they hate it, and end up throwing it away. So you're wasting all this money in materials, a ton of money in man hours, and it's really a bummer. Because communication is so bad, no one talks to anyone else. And then it's like no one knows what anyone else is doing. The other funny thing is we built these one carts that are now I don't know how much they cost because I didn't buy the parts, but they have to be several thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Maybe 10,000 bucks. And I'm guesstimating on the amount that this costs to make this thing. But it takes a long time. These ones take maybe a week to make. And usually we bang out 2 or 3 or 6 of these of carts in a day. So when one takes a week, you know it's got to be big and take a lot of parts and have a lot of labor to make it. So we make these carts. We made, I don't know, 20. And then they get a new manager in the area that's using these. And they're like, we don't want these anymore. Get rid of them. Which is crazy. So one of my colleagues is super smart and he doesn't throw stuff away. He just saved it. So we stashed them. And then they have us make over 100 of these other carts for replacements. Again, they don't talk to anybody. They just say, this is our new direction and we're going to do this. So we make them, and then those ones, after about a month of use, they don't like anymore, and they want those modified. Which the previous model was, design it, then put it out. Design it, talk to everybody, make one, have them use it, make sure they like it, and then build the rest of them. But they don't do that kind of stuff anymore. It's like they don't think. And this is a leadership issue. So now we go and talk to one of our partner organizations that's making the same kind of carts as the big $10,000 ones. They just came up and said, hey, we're making these. And we're like, oh, stop making them. We got like 20 you can have because we saved them. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. So it's this kind of craziness that's going on in this place. They could save so much money. But then you tell the people who are making these command decisions on how you could save all this money by thinking twice and working once, and they just don't care. It's crazy. It's too bad that managers at the big airplane factory don't watch my videos, because they would get such insight on what they could be doing better to reduce costs. And reduce costs across the every program at the big airplane factory. Anyways, I know it's kind of boring, you guys. I'm sorry. I just had to get off my chest. Thank you for listening. Hey, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize again. Alrighty, I know that's boring, but there you go. Airplane factory stuff, trying to monetize, Mr. Freeze. Thanks for watching, my heathens. Thanks for listening to me complain. Take care. J4D3, the Art Heathen, out.